Hi, I'm Luigi Gonzalez, and my husband loves my husband's lover.
Hi, I'm Vid Harper, and I love my husband's lover.
Cling, cling, cling. Cling, cling.
Welcome to episode 2.
We should talk about our intro music. It is very soapy. Yeah. It is very Filipino soapy.
It sounds like the plane is about to land with Filipino Airlines.
Oh.
It just makes me want to go, Mambuhay.
Yeah. Fair.
Anywho, before we get to episode 2, I just want to share something that I thought was really interesting. I found out Tom Rodriguez, who plays Vince in My Husband's Lover, although born in the Philippines, was raised in the United States, specifically the state of Arizona.
You mean the state that gave you rabies?
I do not have rabies.
Arizona was where you got bit by a wild animal and you
had to get treated for possible rabies exposure.
Yeah.
So I have a special place in my heart for Arizona.
Yeah. Care to share?
Real quickly.
Care to share what wild animal that was?
It was a wild donkey of the Mojave Desert. We were in an area where they were roaming, and it was encouraged, one could say, to feed them. So I had donkey feed. I was not feeding them fast enough, apparently, and one of them went for my bag of food, which my hand was already in it, and they bit me pretty hard, and they broke skin. There was blood, lots of pain. My husband caught it on camera, so maybe one of these days we'll release that to the public. Okay, look, rabies exposure is super rare, and in donkeys, it's virtually unheard of. The thing is, though, even though it's like a 0.001% chance that I could get exposed to rabies by a donkey, if I get rabies, it's 100% chance I'll die.
Yeah.
So
everyone's reaction in this country, in America, I guess because rabies is like basically like cholera.
Yeah.
In America, like
it's like scurvy or something.
Yeah, like so everyone was very lax about it.
Even in the hospital.
There were like 2 doctors who were like getting treated for rabies is a smart move. But like everyone in my family was like, so do you get rabies shots? Do you get treated for rabies? And then my dad was like, yeah, rabies and also tetanus.
Yeah, they were like, what are you doing just sitting at home? Why are you not in the hospital right now? So
yeah, why are you not freaking out that you might start foaming at the mouth?
Well, I was, real quickly, and then we'll get into the actual show. I was surprised because I thought a rabies vaccine was like most vaccines, which is just a one and done shot. You know, you just get the shot and go on with your life.
No.
On day 1, because I had to go 4 times, day 1 was 13 shots. 1 was a tetanus shot, and then 12 were for rabies. 8 of those shots were around the bite mark, which was my finger.
Yeah.
So imagine a shot on the finger 8 times. And then I had to have a shot on one thigh, a shot on the other thigh, a shot on one arm, and a shot on the other arm. The doctor came in afterwards and he was like, how do you feel? And I just went, like a voodoo doll. And then I had to go back 3 more times for another shot. So it was a process. I regret nothing, and I will feed donkeys again. Anyways, moving on.
Well, yeah, no one ever said that marriage was going to be boring.
Anyways, if I ever meet Tom Rodriguez, I'd love to ask him if he's ever been bit by a donkey living in Arizona, because apparently that's what happens in Arizona for me. I digress. Okay, so let's start recapping episode 2. So where we left off, it was Vince's wedding. Dave has crashed it. They're about to kiss, but Lally and Armando are looking for him.
Yeah. So, first of all, like, I want to say can only happen in the world of Filipino soaps, but I feel like because soaps are so prevalent in old country, it bleeds into real life. But, like, don't go to your ex's wedding and try to kiss them on sight. Like, that's gauche. It will not end well for anyone.
Well, Dave does seem desperate. He is desperate Dave.
Which is, I feel like, this is like a hurdle for him to, like, once he gets over this boyfriend, he'll be fine. Once he gets over this little speed bump in his relationship, in his love journey, he'll be fine.
Well, I think this is something that most gay men can relate to, especially at the beginning of your journey of being a gay person. Other gay men are so few and far between. And when you finally get with someone that you actually connect with, even in the smallest way, you feel like that's your soulmate. When you're an outcast for your entire life and then you meet someone who is somewhat like you, that connection is very strong. And if it's not returned, it's a really hard feeling. And that is a rite of passage being a gay man.
Yeah. Unrequited love. Yeah, every gay man goes through it.
So the episode opens up with them about to kiss. And then Armando shows up, does not catch that they're about to kiss, but knows something is not right. So Armando
pulls a gun. I will say, when he pulls the gun out in this context, it's an intruder. He thought his son was getting mugged. I also will have to point this out. Usually the big extravagant churches that people would want to get married at, not necessarily in good parts of the city.
So the good churches are not in good parts of the city?
The historical churches are not in good parts of the city. Like, you've never been to my local parish, like the church that I went to growing up.
Which I think is the church that I believe Ate said that Victor Bassa goes to your church.
Oh, yes. I believe so. I believe I've seen him at church. Yeah. It's fancy, historical, but it's also small. If you want to do like grand, higher ceiling, more people, more gold paint on certain statues, you would go like deeper into like Manila, the city, not Metro Manila, like Manila, the city.
Okay. Vince diffuses the situation. Armando puts the gun away. Dave leaves. The rest of the wedding goes off without a hitch. Everything is fine, except for Lally being sad that Sandra's not there.
Yeah.
Consider yourself lucky. Anyways, that night is supposed to be the night they consummate their marriage, but Vince just falls asleep. They also imply he was drunk.
Yeah. A very annoying drunk. I'm like, ugh.
Okay, here's the thing, though. The song that was playing while this scene was playing out was One More Try by the great Kula Desma. See, I originally watched this on YouTube. We discussed this in the previous episode. If you're watching this on YouTube, they're going to play the song This Is Not Goodbye
by Jonalyn Virai
over and over and over. I guess now we're watching it on DVD, which is how it aired on network television. And I guess that version, we're going to hear One More Try over and over and over. That's weird because Kula Desma plays his mother in this show. And they need to think about that, because all I'm thinking in this scene is they are not going to have a romantic scene while his mother is singing.
And also telling her to give him one more try.
Right? I mean, that's weird, you guys. That's weird, y'all.
In Filipino, just to put this in context, like, there is value to repetition in mass media, and not only for soaps, but also like this bleeds into like consumerism. Like with the release of the telenovela, there's a soundtrack. Also, because the songs are played so prominently, they're played in such a way that at any moment you expect Ku to be off frame, like in a fabulous ball gown, like just floating into frame, and then floating out of frame as the song disappears.
It is true.
They actually do make fun of that phenomenon. There's a movie called Masikip sa Dibdib, which roughly translates to "It's tight in my chest." It stars Rufa May Quinto, who is the closest thing we have to Jennifer Coolidge.
This isn't Booba.
Booba.
Oh, it is Booba.
Yeah, so she is Booba, and the same director of Booba directed a fictionalized retelling of Rufa May's real life story.
Oh.
And because she is such a like naturally funny. If you take off the lens of like, this is Rufa May Quinto, she had a hard life. But since it's her and the way she tells the story, there's comedy in that. The way that they try to tell the story in movie form is as a melodrama that only the audience knows is funny.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm not sure if Koo's in it, but like they'll have like these fabulous women in ball gowns singing the soundtrack, and then like they'll just enter frame. And like if there's rain, if there's rain in the scene, they'll come in like their fabulous dress and then like get rained on while singing.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, that scene where like I showed you the scene of like the whole family eating lunch with her foreigner boyfriend, or like her half.
Oh, the one where everyone gets nosebleeds?
Everyone gets nosebleeds and like bleeds out from the ears, and like
being American who has been to the Philippines, I am very familiar with the nosebleed
phenomenon. The husband found out about the nosebleed thing as like such a phenomenon happened, like
in real time.
We were getting our hair done for our wedding.
Our hair done. It sounds like we were under dryers. We were getting our hair cut.
We were getting a haircut. His hairdresser, from what I gather, cannot speak that much English. And the other hairdressers were making fun of him for it. While he was cutting Vid's hair, not speaking a word, the other stylists all turned with like a playful grin, going, "Oh, akala ko ba madaldal ka? Kwentuhan mo siya ng buhay mo. Basically, I thought you were chatty. Tell him your life story. Go."
And then they kept saying nosebleed over and over. So I'm oblivious to all of this. I'm just sitting there like an idiot smiling.
Doop-a-doop-a-doo.
Yeah.
How does it feel?
Yeah, I know. And, Luigi's laughing his butt off. And instead of helping us through this, because he's just letting it happen. Thanks, babe.
It would have been a bigger thing if I intruded on the moment.
So Lally and Vince do not consummate their marriage because he passes out. We're with one more try.
Yeah. Also, I picked this up on our second viewing. Their honeymoon suite
Was like a Sogo.
Yeah. That is not a suite for like newlyweds.
Well, it was so clean, so good.
It was so clean, so good. Yeah, it did look like a Sogo.
The next morning, Vince awakes and Lally's gone.
Mm-hmm.
She's looking for Sandra. Why, I don't know. Because I can't stand Sandra, and I'm going to be very vocal about this. So she goes to her mother's house. There's no one there. Aling Percy comes out and lets her know that her mother left, and it doesn't look like she's coming back.
Yeah. Although that is a name I gave her in the previous episode. I don't really know what her name is, but yeah.
Well, it's Aling Percy now.
Yeah, the Ale next door gives her the yeah.
So while she's doing that, Vince goes and finds Dave, punches him for the stunt he pulled at the wedding. Dave says, "But I love you." Vince responds by punching him again and then leaving. Do you have thoughts about that?
I have a lot of thoughts. There might be similar concepts here in America, but in old country, specifically with romantic relationships, there's a martyrdom is so romanticized. Like, if you really love your partner that much, red flags like this, like getting punched after his father pulls a gun on you, you'll overlook that. You know what I mean? Like, it's framed that what Vince is doing is wrong. It's not framed that what Dave is doing is wrong as well.
So what you're trying to say is the show should show that behavior is not okay, and Dave should act that way.
I feel like it is not necessary for a soap for everyone to be acting in such a way.
I don't know. I mean, soap operas are all about relationships that should never be.
Yeah.
My mind instantly goes to an older American soap opera called Another World, where Carl was this villain who...
Is he the one with the ponytail?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's done like all of this horrible stuff, including kidnapping Rachel, but he redeemed himself and he and Rachel actually got married and they were a beloved couple on the show. It's the fantasy of I can change him.
Yeah, no, I get. Then this is why I'm not a soap guy. Like this is like stuff like that bothers me.
I don't know. I look at it like it's fake. It's fantasy. It's a staple in soaps to have a bad guy change or something like that. You know, there's always going to be an Adam Chandler or a Carl Hutchins.
I guess that's true. Yeah, I am treading along very begrudgingly.
Okay. Yeah. Don't worry, everyone. I'll change him.
No, but like the way I choose to consume like TV shows, like I will latch on to a favorite character. And I will hope to God that they don't do anything to disappoint me. Like,
so you latched on to Dave?
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting. The first time I watched the show, because I watched this series multiple times.
You latched onto him first.
I latched onto him first.
Yeah. I feel like it's because he has less baggage.
Well, it's not that he has less baggage. It's we don't know anything about him. We don't know the first thing about him.
He's a blank slate.
Yeah, like his entire character is he's in love with Vince. After Vince leaves Dave, he goes to the hotel bar and starts drinking. Lally enters from looking for Sandra and finds him at the bar drinking. She's a little perplexed as to why he's drinking, but she's too overcome with her situation that she doesn't really dive into why Vince is drinking in the afternoon. So Vince consoles her. Then they return from their honeymoon. And they're now living in the big house with...
Yeah, so again, shocked that was their honeymoon. Their honeymoon is local, which is very strange.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not going to poke holes and stuff like that. But no, you're right. I was thinking that too. Like, it was this viewing, the third or fourth time I've watched this episode. You
realized it was a honeymoon.
I realized it was a honeymoon because it was local. So I get you, but it is what it is. So now they're back at their home and Lally dolls herself up, getting ready to consummate their marriage. And when she exits the bathroom, he's asleep.
Typical Vince.
I guess this means they've only had sex once, and it led to pregnancy.
Yeah.
The next morning, Lally wakes up, and Vince is gone. He's out golfing with his dad, something they do every Tuesday. At the golf course, Vince tells his dad that he wants to start a car dealership business.
After he finishes his studies, he made sure to point that out.
All is going great until Armando spots two men on the golf course who are most likely gay. He reacts by just screaming slurs at them. The two men have some sort of comeback. I don't remember what it is.
So the comeback is, akala mo lalaki lang nakakalaro ng golf. Lalaki, that's the Filipino word for male. Which is strange for me seeing that because they don't appear trans. Everyone knows the word bakla. You know the word bakla.
Well, one thing I've noticed in the Philippines is there is a real confusion between gay and trans. What was that movie with the mother with the lisp and the three sons?
Manay po.
Yeah. Spoiler for anyone who hasn't seen that movie, but when she's describing one of her sons, she says he's growing into a very nice lady. And they're just implying that he's gay. He is not trans.
Yeah.
So that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. No, the line between gay and trans in the Philippines, again, very, very thin. We'll talk much more in depth about this topic further down the line.
Yeah, when a certain cousin enters
the picture.
But what I want to talk about is the way this scene progresses is it goes from 0 to 100 in like 10 seconds where Armando pulls a gun on...
Immediately, like instantly upon seeing them, he pulls out the gun.
Yeah. So it's literally, do you think only men golf? And he just responds by pulling out a gun.
Yes.
So here's my question, because this, a lot of times I'm not sure if this is a cultural thing. It seemed like the way everyone reacted to Armando pulling out a gun was very like, this happens all the time. Now, I'm American. There is a stereotype with Americans and guns, an unrealistic stereotype where it's like Americans are like Homer Simpson opening a beer can with the gun. Do you remember that?
or like a Chief Wiggum opening a walnut with a gun.
Yeah, it's like that. So, which is not true. I mean, yes, gun culture is a discussion in America. We'll leave it at that. But to see that scene was very jarring, and the fact that everyone kind of just reacted like it's not that big of a deal. Was that just for the sake of the story, or is that stuff that happens in the Philippines?
No. If you were to pull a gun in a public place, people are going to hit the deck.
Okay. I mean, this is not the first or last time he pulls out a gun and everyone's like,
oh, it's him again, whipping out his another.
Yeah, because like in America, no matter how common a gun is, which where I live, it's not that common, but like if someone sees a gun randomly in public, like people are going to flip out, and no one did that in this scene. Anyways, Vince responds to this by grabbing the gun from Armando and throwing it in the pond and storming off. Then the next scene is one of my favorite scenes in the whole show, which is Elaine showing Lally around the kitchen and basically giving her the third degree because she doesn't know how to cook or anything.
Yeah. This scene has been referenced and quoted ad nauseum in the Gonzalez-Harper household.
Do you know how to cook?
No.
Why not? You obviously weren't well off.
But Mom wanted me to focus on my studies.
But you never did. Best scene ever. Best scene ever. I watched that on loop. Anyways, so she says to the cook, show her how to do things. I can't have my son married to someone who doesn't know their way around a kitchen. And I don't like Lally, so I'm totally like, yeah, show her what's what. Even though, like, obviously Elaine's out of control, but I'm just like, yeah, put her in her place. I don't like her. Vince goes and finds Dave, and they start up their relationship again. Yeah. You had a problem with this scene.
Well, Dave is not even like flinchy when he sees Vince again, which is kind of part of the problem. Vince explains himself by saying, basically, Dad saw a pair of queens at the golf course and pulled a gun on them, which made me think of you.
That's not what he meant.
I know, but like that's come on. Like first of all, like smooth Casanova. But secondly, this is the guy who punched you twice after his dad pulls a gun on you, and then he tells you that he pulled a gun on two random gays at the golf course, and now you're supposed to feel safe with him. Safe to ride in his convertible, which, by the way, a guy driving... a man driving a convertible in Manila.
Okay, so we're gonna compare notes here.
Okay.
Because it seems to me that you just don't like Vince and you're looking for any reason to not like him. And I understand that because I don't like Lally, and I will find any reason to not like her. And I understand that you're latching on to Dave, but I'm following Vince. Knowing the house he was raised in, knowing that that's his father sees gay men and pulls out a gun. He's messed up. Now, IRL, get away. Like, that is not dating material. In a soap, it's like, Vince, come on, you can do this, you know? So I'm with it. I'm here for it. So Vince and Dave rekindle. Back at the house, Armando is sulking to Elaine about what happened at the golf course. And Elaine is just like, well, Vince is from a more progressive generation.
And again, looking at it through a 2025 lens, she says people are more tolerant of those genders.
Oh, is that what she says?
That she said the word gender. And again, line between gay and trans, very thin in the Philippines.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I did not catch that.
Yeah.
So it's dinner time. Has Lally learned how to cook? Elaine says no, that the food is terrible. But Vince tries the food and says it's delicious. Although his face says something very different.
Yeah. She also brings back the omelet that they cooked, and she said, like, I don't want it to go to waste. And Elaine's like, omelets are breakfast food.
Get out of here, peasant.
Yeah.
But even though the food is not good, Vince acts like it's good because he's trying to be nice to his wife.
He takes like a spoonful of the soup and then drowns it in water. I will have to defend Lally, though. Mm-hmm. You can't entrust cooking to a pregnant woman's palate. Pregnancy hormones alter your taste buds.
Babe, last episode she was eating plain rice because that's all Sandra could give her. I don't think she knows what good food tastes like.
No, but she was being taught. Maybe she was like, seasoned to taste.
I can assure you, in the narration of the show, this is just she's a bad cook. I can relate because I've seen you make that face a million times. I have tried to get my Italian grandmother's family recipes, and it took me a while to get them right. So it was very like, here, try this pasta dish. And you're very like, it's great, babe. But you look more like Monica on Friends eating mocklet. Just waiting for it to stop bubbling. That scene hit really close to home. Like, you know, your scene last episode with Armando talking about the baklas. You said that hit close to home. This scene hit close to home was watching the husband try to eat food I cooked.
Babe.
So after dinner, in the boudoir, in the bedroom, Vince tells Lally that they have a good thing and they finally consummate their marriage.
Was there music playing?
Not this time. They did not do it to Mom's music.
Okay. God, can you imagine the next time we're intimate in bed? Your mom in a ball gown.
No! Do you never want to have sex again, babe? Because that's where you're going.
Hey! But she's got a voice of an angel.
My mom can't sing. Thank God. Anyways, so now Vince wants to do the right thing. Over at Dave's house, Dave is telling Vince that he's come out to his mother. Slightly problematic scene, but again, it's the Philippines. It's 2013. I get where they're going. I've seen this in older shows in America. Basically, he's explaining to his mother that there's
different levels of gay.
He's like, there's the femme gays, and then there's gays like us, and it's like like it basically straight acting. Which,
I hate that phrase.
Yeah, different time, different place.
Yeah,
there are certain things I kind of just have to take with a grain of salt. But
I will point out, Dave is wearing such a beautiful shirt.
Yellow.
Yeah, yellow like the Tang.
That they're drinking.
Yeah. Or wait, this is in the Philippines. Most likely not Tang. It might have been 8 o'clock. Which you have to try 8 o'clock because it's a little sweeter than...
I am excited. I love Tang.
A little sweeter than Tang.
Vince responds by saying it's over, which causes Dave to drop ice in his 8 o'clock in slow motion.
It wasn't even like he dropped the ice onto the tray, onto the floor, onto the desk. He drops it like where it's supposed to be dropped. Like, is the logic here just because it's slow-mo signals that it's a heart-wrenching moment?
You know, babe, I'm starting to think you don't like this show.
If it were me and I'm like putting ice into the juice, I would drop the ice not in the juice.
Babe, his heart's broken. Who cares where the ice went? You're caring about the wrong stuff.
No, I don't think that's effective visual storytelling is what I'm saying. Like, his heart is broken. I would miss the glass.
I wish this was on video so you could see the face I'm giving him right now. Anyways, he ends things with Dave, then goes to Lally and tells her he wants to be deserving of her.
And she takes that as like, oh my God, what a perfect man. I'm having such a hard time making him his omelets, making him his soup. And he thinks he is not worthy of me.
So while their marriage is doing well as of this second, we then cut to a bar where Dave is drinking his sorrows with a friend. And that's where we learn from Dave that he was never the love of Vince's life. Vince's true love is an old friend from high school named Eric. Cut to Lally and Vincent's bedroom. Lally accidentally knocks over a picture, and hidden behind the frame is a Polaroid of a guy, and the name on it is Eric. She turns to Vincent and says, "Who's Eric?" Give us one more try.
And I guess we'll see what happens in the next episode. Now is the time for my favorite segment, This Husband Loves / Hates. Mm-hmm. Do you want me to start?
Yes, by all means.
Okay.
Gotta hear you say something you love about this show.
This husband loves that little powwow between Dave and the other gay at the gay bar. It is very refreshing to see two gay men being in the same vicinity and not having sex with each other. It is very refreshing for me to see gays being gays without the implication of sex.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I like this scene too because healthy queer friendships are few and far between.
Yes.
Very often I'll see like the most toxic queer friendships and then they'll throw some line like, "This is my chosen family." And I'm just thinking in my head like, okay, so you got away from strychnine and started taking arsenic. And that's much better. But it's nice to see friends. Like he's there for Vince. He's not saying anything catty. It's just a friend scene. It's not Boys in the Band. It's not Broken Hearts Club.
Yeah.
It's.
I don't think I've ever seen a friendship depicted like this in America.
Queer's no.
No.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure. By all means, let us know, listeners. Let us know. But off the top of my head right now, I'm sure even when I'm editing this, I'm going to be like,
no. Yeah. In Generations. No.
Looking.
In Looking. See, I still have to do that Looking rewatch. But they are toxic in different ways.
Okay.
Yeah.
My turn?
Yes.
This husband loves Elaine putting Lally in her place in the kitchen. Now, I have to say, I do not believe in trad wives. I don't know if that term exists in the Philippines. I do not believe that a woman's place is in the kitchen. I do not believe that a woman needs to know how to cook. I do not believe that a woman needs to serve. I do believe that Lally needs to be put in her place because I don't like her. So I will take it any way I can. And also, Koo plays such a bitch so well.
Yeah. I feel like this role was made for her.
It probably was written
with her in mind.
Yeah, it was probably written for her. Yeah. No, I that's my favorite scene. It's got great lines. Okay.
Well, this husband hates the fact that Vince drives around Manila in a convertible with a top down. Seeing someone drive top down in Manila is exactly like seeing a Cybertruck. That is the thing that you could do. I feel like driving a convertible in Manila is the equivalent of like raw dogging someone's muffler.
That's an image.
And undesirable weather, really not good air quality, especially like on highways. Traffic that is stop go.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, again, this is my only real experience with Filipino soaps, so it might be different because it's different. The UK soaps are different, and so I get that. In America, soaps are fantasy, and they are not based in reality. So you're not going to think about stuff like that, like, oh, who's driving top down in Manila? That's not... This is not real world Manila, okay? So, I mean, and that's why I can... Once you say to me about like Armando pulling a gun on them saying, no, that's not real. I'm like, okay, moving on. Soaps are based on emotions, not reality.
No, you have a point. There is some level of fantasy, but like Because it's also so rare to see a convertible in Manila to begin with.
Well, that's probably why.
Yeah.
It's fantasy.
Yeah. I will concede that this is fantasy. I will be pointing like that out, though. Like,
Fine.
Bear with me.
Okay. This husband hates. It's the same thing I hate from the last episode. Where's the lover? We're 2 episodes in and all we have is a Polaroid. Because, I mean, so much time is spent, as much as I love Victor Bassa on my screen.
Because you think, like, because they're implying that it's him.
Yeah, I mean, and no complaints. I like Victor Bassa and I like him on my screen. But he's not the lover. Why did they spend so much time building this character and this relationship when it's not about them at all? Just get to the point already. We're 2 episodes in. Get to the point.
Yeah. No, I guess like soap logic is different in America and in
soaps move at a snail pace.
Yeah.
I mean, a wedding scene can last 5 episodes.
Well, no, in America.
Yeah.
In the Philippines, they don't move exactly at that pace, but I feel like where they slow down is where like, but first we have to get to know the family.
Yeah, I know more about Lally's mom than I know about the lover of my husband's lover, and we're 2 episodes in. We know about Lally's sister. We know about Lally's sister's husband. We still don't know anything about Eric. Get to the point, guys. You complain about a convertible in Manila. I can't get past a show called My Husband's Lover, and we're 2 episodes in, and we still haven't seen the lover in any way, shape, or form, except for a Polaroid at the very end of episode 2.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Yeah. With this, I do feel they're spending a little more time. Like they want us to get to know Lally and Vince really well before they bring Eric into the picture.
I don't want to know Lally. I'm guys. Okay, first of all, I'm kidding. I'm playing up the fact that I don't like Lally. She does get on my nerves throughout the series, but she's fine. Like, this is not a. This isn't Neighbor Dan from Charmed.
Yeah, it's not Neighbor Dan from Charmed. It's not Dawn from Buffy.
Yeah. So I'm just having fun.
Yeah.
We love you, Carla. We love you.
We love you.
Okay. I do know my hate will be different next week because we're finally going to have My Husband's Lover in it.
Yeah. We'll get to see all that play out. We'll see you guys next week.
Please join us next week. We will learn the story of Vincent and Eric. Paalam po.